Change is natural part of our life, but previously I haven't enjoyed it at all. Most of the time, change was connected to a negative event for me, like going through a breakup, losing my job, or moving to another city. I clearly remember that all of these memories were painful, and it took me a while to realize and understand that they actually played an important part of my own self development. And they also formed me to the person who I am today. But does it mean that pain is the only way if we would like to change ourselves? Probably not, but it can force us to do something else, to do something with our own life, but we probably never done before. For sure, you can find this kind of force in other aspects of your life, and I would like to go through my own self development, and which also helped me to change my life within 1 month drastically. Decide what you want to change. If you feel that something is not going the way as it should, then you are probably ready for the change. You might already have the inner motivation for change, and I think you would like to do something else to finally get out from the still water. And mostly it goes even further, and we decide that we would like to change our life completely within the shortest period of time, which is actually a good motivation. That means that we would like to improve our social life, our physical health, find a better job, and none of the less pay more attention to our mental health. As I already mentioned, these kind of ideas are completely fine, but at the same time you also have to force yourself to remain specific, because the human brain isn't designed to keep so many information at once. And if you truly want to change your life within a month or even shorter, then it means that you have to pick a goal for yourself. Simply you just can't do everything at once, or maybe you can, but it can happen in the end that the results won't meet your expectations. So I can say that the first thing what you need to do if you would like to change your life within a month is picking a goal. What is a specific thing what would you like to change in your life? Why do you feel that this kind of thing is not going the way as you imagined or as you planned? Do you want to start working out finally? You haven't read a book in a while and you want to develop a daily reading habit? Your goal can be anything. After you have collected all kind of ideas why you would like to start to change yourself, it is a good idea to write them down, pick one, and from that point it will be your focus. It's even better if you try to visualize the goal and feel the desire why you would like to see the results. For example, if you want to work out regularly, then you can specify what kind of body fat percentage would you like to achieve or how your dream physique looks like. So at this point, the goal is to not get overwhelmed by the rush of your emotions because you would like to change your life, but on the other hand, you don't want to suppress this kind of inner motivation. So the best you can do is to pick a simple and single goal and move all your energy into that direction. Prepare the way for change. Picking a goal is an excellent start when you decided that you would like to change your life within a month, but you can't rely on luck, so you have to think forward. We are all humans and we tend to give up on things when we start to experience the first winds of change. I think we are living in the most comfortable time ever. So that means that if we decided that we would like to change our life, then it won't be an easy task because all kind of external circumstances can draw our attention. I guarantee that you will always have the temptation to choose the cozy way, and therefore you have to prepare yourself that this won't be an easy task if you want to change your life. So shortly, the best you can do is to develop a strategy which can help you to stay on track regarding your goal. At this point, I highly recommend you to apply all kinds of psychological tricks, but science already proved that can help you to stick with your newly formed habits. For example, if you go to the gym twice a week for a month, it probably won't change your physical appearance, neither your life. If you want to see the first signs of change, then you have to repeat this activity for weeks, months, or even years. And at some point, your newly formed habit will start to pay off. You will see that your muscles are growing and you might start to eat healthier or give up on smoking and so on. So the next question is, what can you do to ensure yourself that you won't give up on your habit and stay on track regarding your goal? First of all, it is a really good idea when you start to share your goals with your friends and family members. Science already proved that there is a higher chance that we will stick with our goals when we start to tell to people, because in this case, we don't want to think that we are unreliable in others' eyes. Secondly, coming up with a strict schedule will teach your mind that you have an obligation. In this case, it is important to highlight that we are talking about an obligation which is fueled by your inner motivation, but still, someday you don't want to do anything for the specific goal what you pick. And this is exactly why a schedule is a good idea, because it will be always on your side and can remind you that you always have to do something every single day if you would like to get closer to your final goal. Certainly it is not enough to pick days when you want to work out if we turn back to this example. Be as specific as you can. Time periods, different kind of exercises what you would like to carry out, and this is also very important to plan ahead even for months when would you like to work out. And lastly, I highly recommend you to do everything you can which can ease your way. Changing your life within a month is super difficult, especially if there are always things in front of you which can be an obstacle. So what kind of obstacles am I talking about? When you decided to work out to get in shape, then it seems to be reasonable to look for the nearest gym. On the winter days, it's harder to get the motivation to work out, and it can be even worse when you know that you have to drive half an hour to get there. Further idea can be, if you already prepare your gym clothes the day before, as it can be a motivational sign at your home anytime when you see them, and you don't need to waste your time when you are ready to go. And nonetheless, if I get back to this example, don't forget to reward yourself anytime when you successfully worked out. Find something what you love to do as a reward, but keep in mind that this reward has to enhance your newly formed habit. So it is not a good idea to reward yourself with a cigarette anytime when you worked out. As you can see, preparing the way for a change is all about how you can stick with a new habit. Luckily, it is working like a puzzle. The more pieces you add, the sooner you will see the whole picture. But in this case, the pieces are tricks of your mind, which will help you to stay on track on a long term. Stay consistent. The last part of changing your life within 1 month is about consistency. Maybe you will be truly able to change your life within a month, or maybe not. But you can never forget that when you step on the path of change, you already changed. This is how it works, and even if you haven't changed your final goal yet, it doesn't mean that you should give up already or you did something wrong. You have to be consistent if you would like to see all kinds of benefits of your own change, and nonetheless, you have to find the most enjoyable way to do it. If you can change yourself continuously, then your inner motivation won't fuel you. So let's see what it means exactly if I turn back once again to the example of working out. It can happen that you suffer a small injury. In this case, your mind will tell you that it was enough and you should never work out again. Or you can change your perspective and you can reconsider your working regime. That means that you can give up on all kinds of exercises which led to your injury and also look for new kind of movements. Another example can be if you worked out in the morning hours, but somehow it doesn't seem to be comfortable anymore. In this case, do not be afraid of trying working out in the evening hours or maybe in the middle of the day if you have the chance to do it. Sticking with a habit, which is a fundamental of change, can only happen if you renew your idea regarding the change itself. You continuously have to come up with new ideas and tricks which can help you to keep your motivation on the highest level, because that's the only way if you would like to remain consistent on the long term. So don't be afraid of making modification even if you feel that you already find the perfect solutions to get closer to your goal, because you never know what is the best for you if you don't start to experiment. So the conclusion is, if you would like to change your life within a month, then you have to pick one single goal, prepare the way for change, and also do everything you can to increase the likelihood to stick with your newly forming habit. And nonetheless, make sure that you stay consistent. The best part of change is that working like a domino effect. When you start to change something, it will have impacts on other aspects of your life. And of course, it goes further and further, and in the end, you will notice that you have changed a lot or you will become a completely different person. And this is exactly how you can change your life within a month. So that's all for today, and if you like this video, please make sure that you hit the like button and also leave a comment, because this can help my channel to appear on people's homepage and they might find my video also helpful. Anyway, thanks for watching my video, don't forget to subscribe and see you next week.